Hey y'all, this is your K-pop auntie Carly, and this is EXO, XOK specifically. And by your votes, which you just vote by leaving me a comment and I tally them up. It was a split between the. My mommy is texting me. No, never get too old to call your mother mommy. The votes were split between history and what was the other one that had the and Lotto had the same amount of votes, and I decided to go with history because it is the other pre-debut song. So I wanted to get this one out. I'll give the shout out to I'm gonna slaughter it. I'm sorry, Carl Gala Elric. That's my best attempt. I'm sorry. So thank you for being one of the individuals to recommend this one. Pre-debut. I really enjoyed the other pre-debut song that had those heavy R&B flares and just the two vocalists in there. And yeah, I was really impressed. I'm very impressed with the two most early songs that I have heard so far, including their debut song. So interested to check out history. So I'm gonna watch the MV first, and this doesn't have any captions on it, so I'm gonna pop over to a lyrics version after that so that I can understand what they're at least try to understand what is going on with the lyrics. And then I'm gonna do something I haven't done before, which is pop over to the Mandarin version of the MV, because I know that these are very world heavy. I'm guessing at least the previous one was, or they're really setting up their world, and that I'm missing kind of a little bit of the story by skipping the M versions. So yeah, I'm gonna do that as well and see if I can pick up on the differences and just how it sounds different. Because I mean, there's a reason that they wanted to do the K and the M versions, right off of the bat, and I'm not doing it the fullest justice by only listening to one version of it. So for this one at least, I wanted to. It's probably gonna be a little bit longer of a reaction, obviously, because I'm gonna watch through it 3 different times, but they produced it, so I'm watching it. Alright, here we go. And I did see by the lyrics version that I brought up that there's going to be 7 members in this one. Is that right? Gotta get the visuals. I'm sorry, that's just kind of funny because the wind is making it look like they're doing this with their hands in their pockets. They're not. It's just... it just looks like they're fluttering their pants. Alright, first impressions is like, yeah, well, first off, good. I would have been a fan still. At the first 3 songs that they put out between the pre-debut and the debut are all very different. Very, very different. So it's my understanding that from the beginning of their career, EXO was signaling that we're going to be all over the place. If you want that, come be a fan, and I would have been a fan. Like, I would have liked this sound. And they're good-looking guys. Good choreo. Good harmony. Heavy beat. Ooh, I like the... Yeah, and I say this is again kind of hitting my my sweet spot of those are some serious hammer pants of distracted. Sorry, hammer never had tassels. Really distracted. The the low and the high beats. With that deep bass going with the percussion, and then those kind of higher synth sounds coming in over top of it. There's just something about that low and high that like the low beats kind of get you nodding your head and you're like and then the high beats kind of gets this something in your chest right here like a little bit of this okay and then their vocals over top of it. And I like almost that horse hoof sound in there. I don't know what instrument makes that noise. I'm used to the Monty Python's coconuts, and I think they are feathering their hands in their pants. I think they are. They are. Ooh, that was deep. Nice notes. Ooh. There's that higher pitch. Okay, I'll bring that back because that's the rap with that prolonged note over the top of it. Yeah, and the flow in the rap was great too. It's fast. Choreo. A little distortion on that bass. Okay, or you even heard him say an XOM, XOK. Is that both of them? K and M? Nice. I would have been a fan. Yeah, I definitely would have been a fan of this group from inception. Like this is good stuff that they have in their early. I mean, they've had good stuff all the way throughout. I have not listened to anything that I'm just kind of like, yeah, that's good. Everything's been like, yeah, yeah, I like that. All right, I'm gonna bring up the lyrics version first, so that I can understand a little bit about what's going on with the song. Like, I don't know if history is going to be kind of like their world building. Like, this is the history of our world and setting it up, or if it's going to be something much more broad and outside of their universe. I wasn't catching... there might have been more English in there that I wasn't catching when I'm like watching stuff and listening to the music itself and not just their voices. I tend to not hear all the English that is in there. So let's get in here. My volume perfect. And figure out what they're actually talking about. The song itself, I like the song itself. Like I said, as far as like the beat, the musical arrangement, like with this genre of music, that's the kind of stuff that I like. And oh man, my favorite part of the vocals was definitely that long, nice vocal note layered over top of the rapping. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, they all have, they have great voices and great raps, but that was like chef's kiss right there. And I'll watch it's going to take me a while to get the names. It just is. Because I'm reacting to a lot of different groups right now, and everybody wants me to learn all the names of all the different groups. I'm like, there's like probably 50 guys. I mean, so it's just not going to happen very quickly at all. But I'll try to pay attention to like who it was at that point when the lyrics come up. Oh, jeez. That good timing. University of Michigan. I'm a State fan, sorry. Listen, can you feel it? My heart won't beat. My heart be breaking. With an angry heart, I cried and shouted, ha! My pain be creeping. Black and white, still north and south, the endless war scene. The despair of the sun split in half. I went round and round from far away, and I came back here to start again. I'm filled with errors, but as I learn, I can get stronger. The day we realize that the sun is one that is big and great. I don't know if these, because y'all have been educating me in the comments, and I know that part of their storyline is that tree being split in two, so I don't know if that is kind of the reference to it. All together, we're going toward the future. I need you and you want me in this planet called Earth. Every day, the history I make. Break it. The breaking of desire. Move it. The virtue of destruction. Nice. So, the breaking of desire, the virtue of destruction. Interesting. Yeah, that's... I like it when groups put together concepts that usually are not put together. Like... destruction and virtue as a virtue is usually not something that you hear, but when you are breaking down, like think of the Berlin Wall, you know, destructing the Berlin Wall was a virtue, you know, so I just like it when the unusual are put into words like this, where yeah, absolutely there is virtue in breaking down and destructing certain things. Even the breaking of desire. Desire is usually thought of, not usually, I won't say usually, but probably most of the time, desire is kind of thought of as a good thing. Like your desire for another person. Like that's kind of a good thing. But it does also have a negative connotation of desiring things that you shouldn't have. Or desiring things to the point of it being bad for you. Like the desire for money and riches and success can be really toxic, you know. So I think it's referring to both things here as like, you know, break the bad desires. Break down the, you know, the virtue of destruction. That's one and the same as breaking, you know, destruct the bad, the desire for these bad things. Break that. Move it. No more shaking like that. Magic, when time passes, it will play again as if it is rewashed. Transcending time and space, I dream of an Eden's morning. Nice. Transcending times, I dream of Eden's morning. And obviously, Eden would be a biblical reference. You know, the Garden of Eden would be the place where the Jewish and Christian God placed Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden as this perfect place without sin, without anything being corrupted. So I dream of this morning where things are not corrupted, where it's just perfect, you know? Let's go. We are that kind of existence. I went round and round from far away, and I came back here to start again. I'm filled with errors, but as I learn, I can get stronger. The day we realize, and just backing it up there, like, yes, speaking truth. Like, that is a very good statement for us all to have. Like, I'm filled with errors, but as I learn, I can get stronger. And, like, even when these guys produced this song, that was a good message to give. It's just gotten more and more necessary as the years have gone by, and the expectations of perfection have just trounced, have just walloped the younger generations and the older generations too, who participate in social media, where like everything that you've ever typed is on the internet forever. It does not go away. And it's a good message to give that, dude, we're all filled with errors. You know, we're learning. We are in the process of learning. Human beings do change. They do learn, and the learning changes you, and you're getting stronger through it. So, like, that's not a throwaway line. That is a very good message to give. The day we realize that the sun is one that is big and great. All together going toward our future. I need you and you want me in this planet called Earth. The day we give birth to a dream, we rise up again. Like that. Get up. Turn it on. Wait, get up, turn it on, or get up, turn it up? On. Turn it on. When you want to believe that it is forever, when you want to believe that it's forever, when you are hesitating that you'll do it someday. When you are hesitating that you'll do it someday. Okay, so yeah, that's a lot of us. That is a very good description of life. I don't know. Just when you're experiencing something good, or you're in a good state, or just a state that's like, okay, you're like, you just coast, you know, and you want to believe that this is just how it's going to be forever, and it's like it's you're just coasting, you know, this is just how it's going to be. And when you are hesitating that you'll do it someday, and whatever it is, you know, that I have a love-hate relationship with the word it, because what is it? Like, what are they referring to right there? And it could be that they're referring to something specific, but the love part of it is that it could be anything, and it's meant to be anything. Like, when you are hesitating that you'll do it, fill in what it is for you here someday. You'll take that step to get that career someday. You'll reach out to that person someday. You'll do this or that someday. And it's like, but you're hesitating right now, and it'll be a someday thing because you're just coasting right now. That's a lot of people's lives. A lot of people's lives. You never know if tomorrow will be the end. Forget about regrets. Don't be afraid. Yeah, and that's something that's also a part of coasting. We do not know if tomorrow will be the end. People die. This is me being Debbie Downer. People die in car crashes every day. Just perfectly healthy human beings. That doesn't mean that you should live every day like it's going to be the last, because you will not get very far in life whatsoever that way. Like, you'll ruin your future if you live every day like it's going to be the last. It's just, yeah, you'll be broke tomorrow. So, yeah, but when you kind of do that, you think about it in moderation, though, of, you know, not taking tomorrow for granted, not coasting. Then kind of forget about the regrets, you know, of not having done something. Don't be afraid to do it. You know, go for at least some of that stuff that you're hesitating to do. Please, love, love, love. The more harmonized, the more perfect. All sadness and joy is here. You and I are of the same life. The moment we were born as one, the moment we met this ever-consuming world, we get more and more farther away, more and more. The sun broke into two and lost its power. Yeah, so I do think that is a reference to the tree. As time goes by, the moment I met the world of my earnest dreams, my heart races, it jumps, boom, boom. I went round and round from far away, and I came back here to start again. The future we are about to start, history. The day we realize that the sun is one that is big and great. Yeah, so this is kind of a introduction to their universe a bit. With one heart, one sun, we are endlessly becoming stronger as one. Yeah, it's too bad. Like I said, you guys are educating me in the comments. It's too bad that it feels like there was a much broader concept between the Korean and the Mandarin, the K and the M, that just didn't wind up being able to come together because of politics, power dynamics between nations, that, the M version didn't wind up being able to follow through in the same way that the K version has. They kind of, you know, trickled out through the years much more so than XOK has. But I'm getting the sense that in the beginning there was this much grander version of the two sides of them being able to kind of unite and come together in this Avengers type of thing, of a uniting of superpowers. Superpowers as far as the groups go, superhero type thing. I need you and I want you in this planet called Earth. No, every day the history that I make. Oops, I just started it over again. Yeah, that's the definition of history, is things that have happened. So yesterday was history, and it's just, it seems like the link between the title of the song and the concept of the song, as that the things that you decide to do right now are the things that become history. The things that you're hesitating to do, you make the decision and you do them, and that becomes your history. Well, to a certain extent, deciding not to do things becomes your history as well, and you are the person who just coasts through life, hesitating to do the things that you want to do, even if the things are as simple as, oh, I wish I would have gone to that local festival or fair this year, and you didn't. Maybe I'll do it next year, and you don't. Something as simple as that. It's the little things we don't do. It all adds up. It all adds up to who we are and the history of our life. And on the grander scale, the history of the EXO universe. Alright, I am out. I have some stuff that I gotta go do, and I will do one more reaction today. Who will it be? I don't know yet. I don't know who it's gonna be yet. I will catch you later, though. No, I'm gonna catch you right now. I almost forgot. M. I said M version, and I'm so used to signing off after the lyrics. Here we go. Let's check out the M version. I'm going to put both of these on, and we'll see. Obviously, they're not going to be the same voices, so we'll see what kind of differences I catch up on. I figure. I am catching that it does sound just a little bit different, obviously, because of the language difference. So a little, I almost want to say it flows a little more on a level basis. Yeah, I'm not particularly familiar with Mandarin, but from what I'm hearing, it sounds like there's maybe less harsh consonants in the song than there are in the Korean versions. Things like the hard k, the hard K's, and the hard, those harder sounds that kind of that d k p sounds in there. It sounds like there's less of that, more of that ch, type of sounds, ch, f, maybe. I'm probably wrong, but I'm sure you'll educate me. I'm noticing the choreo a little bit more in this version as well. With the visuals. Ooh. I think I like his voice better in the rest. Yeah, I think in the Korean, I like the Korean flow better, but I think I liked his voice better in the Mandarin guy. The Mandarin guy, that's not a thing. The Chinese guy's rap version in Mandarin of that. I think I liked his voice better. Just that deeper kind of gritty voice is a favorite of mine. Yeah, I'm definitely noticing the choreo more in this one. I don't know if there's more dancers, like dedicated dancers in the Mandarin line. Is that a thing? The Chinese line? Or if it's just because I'm trying to observe less. I'm being able to focus a little bit better. Yeah. Not too shabby. Cool. I have watched the Mandarin version as well. I like. Chinese version? Can you say both? Either way, now I am going to go do other things. You all have yourselves a good day.